Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 174th installment of what I like to call What I Eat Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of the most interesting What I Eat in a Day videos on TikTok. As I've said a lot recently, I've had a lot of trouble finding interesting What I Eat in a Day videos, so I've been diving back into our classic hashtag, which I'm going to do again today. If you have suggestions for other What I Eat in a Day videos, or other video suggestions in general, you can DM me on Instagram. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
What I ate today as a fatty. Good morning, fatties. We got
Good morning. You like how I always respond to that? I'm like, yeah, sure, call me fat, whatever.
an iced white chocolate Americano.
Dude, that coffee is whiter than a sheet of paper.
Color test, I'd like mine to be a little bit darker.
It's almost as white as your sweater.
But it does taste good. I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I'd love to see your costumes, so put them in the comments.
I was a skeleton. It was the most generic thing I've ever been in my entire life. And I didn't even post one photo on Instagram, on YouTube, on anything. How about that?
Same thing. Hello? Same thing I always get.
All right, some Chick-fil-A with
I
some
love
lettuce.
Chick-fil-A's grilled nuggets, but sometimes you'll be a little too grilled, you know, like too chewy.
Oh, okay. Those are nuggets that you've mixed with some kind of salad.
Questionable. Hey, fatties.
Hey, it looked like it had some kind of like sweet sauce on it or something too, or is that the dressing from whatever that salad is? I'm guessing it's that.
Hey, fatties. We just got back from trick-or-treating.
I love this costume.
Let me show you what I got.
Although it's loud. It's loud as hell. I could hear you moving around.
Our neighbors make custom koozies for our adult bevies. Little jelly.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on, let's take a look at that. I'm trying to read what the cozy says. West Terrace something something. It might have like the name of her neighborhood or something, so I should probably stop trying to read that.
Koozies.
Hold on. West Terrace Homeowners Association. That's what you... No, I don't think that's what the bottom says, but either way.
For our adult bevies. Little jello shot. Oh, my candy. Does anybody else separate their candies into piles?
Yeah, you gotta put all the M&Ms with the M&Ms. See how many you got, see how many Twix you got, etc., of course.
And then see what they got. These are my favorite to get on.
So you went trick-or-treating as an adult. Is everybody doing that now? Because I didn't. I went with my kids. I have children or whatever. Or whatever. I kind of just made that shit up. No, I do. I do have kids, but I don't go trick-or-treating for me or to collect candy or anything like that. Do you guys still do that as an adult? And these tough times, dude, I could see a lot of adults trick-or-treating, right? Like, you could put on whatever kind of mask you want and people don't even know what's under there, so.
Halloween. Twizzlers. And I got a king size.
Hold on, what was that? Is that a Jello shooter?
And I got a king size Carmelo.
That's a Caramello. I remember those commercials from back in the day. Caramello.
I didn't really get that many king size. The kids got them, so.
Stingy little kids.
Okay, do I add all of this candy to the list?
The kids
I don't think she sat there and just ate all of this candy at once, so we're not going to do that.
got them, so.
Stingy little kids.
I know, dude, I hate children too, little bastards. Especially my own. No, I'm just kidding. You guys might see this one day.
Sloppy hot. Sloppy Joes for dinner. And I always add cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese on a sloppy? This sounds insane. But it might just be insane enough to work. I know how you kids like 'em sloppy.
Yep. Gotta add some chippies on there too.
Oh. Elite. All right, now we're screwing around. Now we're getting crazy.
Sprite and zero sugar, of course. Delicious. All right, I think I'm gonna go eat this with a fork.
All right, and that's the end of that. Let's take a look at that one and Add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with an iced white chocolate coffee. After that, you had a nugget salad from a fast food establishment. And then for dinner, you had some sloppy joes with cottage cheese and chips, and a Sprite on the side. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. To increase your score, I recommend not starting your day off with an iced white chocolate coffee. I would have a regular coffee there. I would ditch the nugget salad from the fast food establishment. I like the sloppy joe with cottage cheese and chips, although I would probably ditch those chips. I like how there's meat on there and cottage cheese, giving it an extra heavy focus on protein. And I would ditch the Sprite. I would make other meals at home that were similar to that sloppy joe dish. Instead of a nugget salad from a fast food establishment, you can make some sort of salad at home where you control all of the macros and there isn't a bunch of extra stuff in there that you don't need. When I make a salad dressing, it is olive oil, white vinegar, and Dijon mustard. When they make a salad dressing, the ingredient list is like 50 long, so my salad dressing is way better, and my salad is way better. Next.
I eat in a day as a fat girl that eats a shit ton of calories.
Alright.
Have a 3,000 calorie Reuben sandwich with extra Thousand Island and
A 3,000 calorie Reuben sandwich with extra Thousand Island. I think she's saying all of that sarcastically.
2,000 calorie tater tots.
I think so, yeah. So 5,000 calories then, okay. You like how I capitalize Reuben? We have to show a little respect around here. A Reuben is a damn good sandwich. You know what else is good? A Rachel. That's a very underrated sandwich. It's delicious. And don't get me started on the Bethany. Oh my god. No, I just made that one up.
Honestly looks phenomenal.
It does. That looks dank, son.
Sorry the TV's blaring. We are watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm like a wannabe angel or something over here, you know. I like it saucy.
Okay. There's a lot of meat in that sandwich, though. They usually don't skimp on those. So that's nice.
I also had to get ketchup.
Some water.
Need to know what your favorite performance was.
From what? The Victoria's Secret thing? There were performances? Yo, what up? It's me in post. I just went and watched some of that Victoria's Secret thing, actually. And I saw some of the performances. That was very interesting. I thought that they just walked the runway, but there were all types of musical performances and whatnot.
I'm not done eating. I can get it open.
What is this?
Thing is huge.
Oh my gosh, it is huge. That's bigger than your head, dude.
Oh my god, it's so big.
Bung. Okay, and then she started dancing with the cinnamon bun at the end there. Oh my god. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, this was a short one. You started the day off with a Reuben sandwich that you got from some kind of restaurant. You said it had 3,000 calories. It didn't look like it had any more than 2,800 to me. With it, you had some tater tots, and you wrapped up the evening by having a giant cinnamon bun. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 10. That score might shock you, but even though you went out for that Reuben sandwich, it had a heavy focus on protein, and I'm going to start being a little more lenient on certain takeaway items. It is still takeaway, it is still unhealthy food, that's why they only got a 2 for that, but it is higher than a 1. Am I getting soft in my old age? No. No, I'm not. I will beat the fuck out of you, homie. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry about that, I got a little fucking intense. You think this is a game, motherfucker? No, it is. It is a game. I'm just screwing around. Sorry. To increase your score, I would recommend ditching the Reuben sandwich and having something similar at home with a heavy focus on protein as well as our other meals in a similar way. Instead of having tater tots and a giant cinnamon bun, we could substitute another simple home-cooked meal with a heavy focus on protein there. We can make a simple burger that is nice and thick, but doesn't have too much bun, and we can actually put things on the burger that make it a complete meal, such as some leafy greens, some tomato, some avocado. Boom, we have a complete meal right there in one package. Next, what I eat in a day as a fat person who doesn't diet. Veggie chorizo and cheese bagel and a white hazelnut mocha. Okay, that was a very ominous bite that you just took. The bagels are handmade and so good. Oh, I love a good bagel, man. Who doesn't? Meds reminder. Okay, let's see how many we're taking today. Hold on. How many meds? Today we only have AM meds. Okay. Lentil stew with mash and a hot dog pastry. Did we just wrap some Pillsbury dough like around a hot dog and then heat it up, toss it in the oven? Cherry juice. Oh, is that one of those super tart ones? Sometimes I get this Cherubundy tart cherry juice. It is so tart. The cake I took to the party. Okay, let's see. Did you make that? Chippy tea. I think they did make that because when I was on their page, I saw another video of them talking about making this cake actually, and I actually got to see this person speak, or rather hear this person speak for the first time, so that was interesting. It's interesting when you hear somebody's voice for the first time when they've been using the TikTok voice to narrate for all of their videos. Your brain starts to think that that's like their voice, and then when you actually hear them speak, you're like, what the heck? It happened to me with Fat Ruthie, or Fat Vegana, or Ruthie, or whatever the hell she eventually became. She used to always use the TikTok voice to narrate hers, and then one time I actually heard her speak, and I was like, oh, that's what you sound like. That's right, that wasn't your voice. Okay, you took that cake to the party, then you had some chippy tea, which is chips, pea fritters, and gravy. When she says chippy tea, she's using the word tea to refer to dinner, as they sometimes do in the UK. That particular tea was very chippy, indeed. There were a lot of chips, which means French fries. I had to translate everything. She said hello, which means goodbye over there, just in case any of you were wondering. Gravy on French fries. That's blowing my mind. That's blowing my feeble American brain. And pea fritters also. So we like mashed up some peas and breaded them and fried them. That's what this is. And then put a gravy on it. So it's basically just deep fried bread with gravy, along with some deep fried potatoes with gravy, while catching up on traitors. Did we have some of that cake that we took to the party? Hold on. That shirt is awesome. It's a bunch of dogs wearing like ghost sheet costumes. Nice. Okay, we've been doing a lot of slow motion eating in this particular video. I feel like it's slow. Okay. Love you. Bye. All right, love you too. Bye. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with a veggie chorizo and cheese bagel that I'm guessing you got from someplace. With it you had a white hazelnut mocha, or a mocha as you guys would call it over there. After that you had a lentil stew with mash with a hot dog pastry. After that you had a cherry juice, and you wrapped up the evening by having a chippy tea, which consisted of chips, pea fritters, and gravy. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. To increase your score, I would recommend ditching the veggie chorizo and cheese bagel, as I'm pretty sure that was from some kind of fast food establishment. I would ditch the white hazelnut maca. I would keep the lentil stew with mash and hot dog pastry. I would keep the cherry juice, and I would ditch the chips with pea fritters and gravy. In place of that, I would put another simple home-cooked meal similar to the lentil stew with mash and hot dog pastry. That's an interesting combination of things, but it seems to have all of your food groups covered. Please be sure to follow my second channel, Cynical Reacts, to see me talk about various other topics. Also, please be sure to follow me on Instagram and DM me any of your content suggestions over there. So what do you think of my scores? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.